The only bad part about this is it's gonna hurt GC. Oh, who cares? We're here, we're having fun, we're getting stronger. We got a nice group of 7, I think. We can hang with them. We hang with them once. Hang with them again.
Going into the final 2 stages of SISU Pinkki, the goal was somehow still alive. After 5 stages of just being punched in the face repeatedly by some of the strongest riders on Zwift, I was sitting just outside of top 25 in GC, and that was the target. There were 2 problems though. Stage 6, well, that had the Volcano finish. Stage 7, that had Titans Grove, the bypass, the jungle, and one final GC effort. And by the end of it all, the whole thing came down to 35 seconds. But before the final stage could even matter, I still had to survive stage 6. The plan was simple. Stay with the front group as long as possible, limit the damage on the Volcano, and keep the GC goal alive one more day.
Because my goal is still top 25 in GC. We're sitting 27th, meaning if we can make it to the Volcano with everyone, that should prevent us from losing too much time. Worst case, I would maybe lose a minute on the climb.
That was optimistic. And optimism is dangerous in a Zwift stage race.
I want to stay near the front because as we exit this, we know it kicks up, goes straight onto gravel. My thought process is making up positions now is less power than trying to make up positions on that climb as well as the gravel.
This is one of those Zwift race lessons that sounds obvious until you ignore it. Moving up before the pressure hits is usually cheaper than trying to close the gap once everybody is already doing threshold plus. And on stage 6, those little moments start adding up fast.
Gnarly pace. That was crazy. You can see how many Cat A riders got caught out on the mini-map. They're pushing right now. Looks like it's pushing again.
The hardest part was not just one climb. It was the constant pressure between the obvious danger points. Every time it looked like the race might settle, it won again.
It's not like there weren't attacks the whole race. There were a lot of attacks, and those attacks, there were what, a good, if they're going from the tunnel all the way to the top of the switchbacks, that's like a 5-minute, pretty strong effort.
And that is what made stage 6 dangerous. Not one huge explosion, a slow burn, repeated moves, repeated reactions, repeated little matches that you never really get back.
All right, I would like top 20. Let's make it happen, Captain. We bonk, baby, let's go.
That was the reality check. I was not riding easy, I was not saving too much, I was not choosing to let the group go. And the strongest riders, they were still just riding away. But the GC goal was not about beating them, it was about limiting the loss. Stage 6 did exactly what it needed to do. It hurt, it cost time, but it did not end the campaign. Instead, it moved me up 1 spot from 27 to 26. 1 spot away, 1 stage left.
I believe this course will take us through Titans Grove, around to the northern bypass, around and up back through the jungle. As always, this is going to be a strong bunch. We've got almost 50 Cat A riders. Like all of our races. We're just going to race as hard as possible. Probably bonk. And just get a little bit stronger. Okay, the route profile on the top right looks a bit scarier than I thought it would. None of these should be horrible climbs.
That was a lie. Not intentionally, but definitely a lie. Because the final stage was not going to be decided by one horrible climb. It was going to be decided by whether I could keep fighting after the race had already gone wrong.
Yeah, focus a little bit here. These guys are not playing games. Filter point ahead. Let's do this, baby.
It was not the final climb, and it was not the steepest climb of the stage, but it was the first place where their final stage started to feel real.
Wow. That was a difficult effort there.
The bunch was still there, but the easy riding was gone. Every roller stretched the line. Every little rise forced another response. And by the time we reached the bypass, the race had already started softening everyone up.
Oh, it's a big block of red. You can get over this, though. That's right, Katie. I can do it. You can do it. Just gotta keep pushing, baby. Come on. I'm just gonna stay on the pedals. Oh, wow. So this really did break up today.
That was the moment the front group was gone. And when the front group goes in a GC fight, it's very easy to think that the race is over. But it wasn't, because my goal was not the stage podium anymore. My goal was still top 25.
All right, we gotta go faster than this, guys. I'm starting to get moderately concerned about GC. Because my goal is top 25. We're sitting 26th. So I need to try and animate things a little bit. My legs are just like lead weights. So, all right, we're gonna do some work. I like to do punchy little moves and ease.
This is exactly where the whole race changed. The race was no longer about staying with the best riders. It was about making sure the group I still had did not become too slow. Because in a stage race, the riders you are not thinking about can still take your GC place.
All right. We got to make it over. I'm suffering. This is the most important part of GCs right now. Everyone's hurting. You can do this, Steven. You just did this 50 minutes ago. Nothing's changed.
This was the final real filter. Not because the climb was the biggest climb of the tour, but because by this point, every rider left in that group was tired. And I knew if I lost the group here, the top 25 goal might disappear with it. After that, it was about seconds. Hold the group, keep the speed high. Do not sit up, do not assume the work is done. Because the front group was gone, but the clock was still running. And somewhere behind the results page, the GC math was waiting.
Wow. hopefully we got top 25. Going into this, we were 26. And in my preview, my goal is top 25. Whether or not we get it, the fact that we were right on the cusp, that's a victory on its own. And I did not think it was going to be this hard.
It was enough. Top 25 secured by 35 seconds. 7 stages, a lot of bad decisions, a lot of suffering, and somehow the goal survived by just barely more than half a minute. But the more I looked at the results, the more I came to realize that my GC results, they were not the biggest story. The biggest story was the Road to Bonk team.
I mean, that's what this community is all about. It's not easy day in, day out to get on the bike, ride, let alone race.
Adam and I started this team back in December, and less than 6 months later, the RTB team was winning categories, landing podiums, fighting for Team GC, and showing up across the entire tour. RTB finished second in Cat A, only 42 seconds behind the Dragons. We also won Cat B Open GC. Carrie Pritchard won the entire tour. Daniel Anderson was second in Cat B. Peter Hooskamp was third. Stu podiumed in Category E. Patty podiumed in Category D. Jonas, Marina, Hans, and so many others put the team into the fight across all categories. And that's the part that I'll remember most. Not the result, but the fact that people showed up for each other. When this tour started, I thought the story would be about whether I could survive Cat A and maybe sneak into top 25 in GC. And that story mattered. I'm proud of finishing 24th. I'm proud of making it only by 35 seconds. And I'm proud that when the front group was gone, I didn't just sit up and let the goal disappear. But by the end of SISU Pinkki, the team result meant much more than the individual one. Road to Bonk showed up. We had wins, we had podiums, we had people showing up across every stage. And we had a team that 6 months ago did not even exist. So yes, SISU Pinkki was worth it. It was brutal, it was humbling, and at times it felt like it was a little stupid. But it made me stronger, and most importantly, it proved that this team is just getting started. Thank you for watching the SISU Pinkki Diary, and to every RTB rider who raced, cheered, streamed, suffered, or kept the team going. Thank you, and thank you, SISU, for putting on this tour. See you in the next one.